Good morning, you guys. Alright, let's double check we're all clear here. Alright, so we're parked at the Flying J in Caldwell, Idaho right now. Get out of the spot real quick and tell you what's going on next. Yeah, looks like we're good. Tandems are clear. I don't know if I'm going to make this turn over here, though. I want to come out this way because there's a driveway right over here I want to use, but I don't know there's going to be room for me to make this turn here. We'll see what we can do. I can't be 100% sure that my trailer is going to clear this Connie driver here, though. Alright, now look, we're good. At least as long as I was able to get around the flat better so I could counter steer, no problems there. Might not have even needed a counter steer at all either, but tight. So you gotta be careful. Don't want to be having any mishaps. Okay, looks like we're good both directions. Alright, we're gonna make our way on to I-84 eastbound here in a second. And you see there we got the map up. Over on the right side of the screen is Boise, Idaho, and we're just to the west of it. We're about 20, for Boise, if you're familiar with Boise Airport, or where the TA is at over there, we're about 23 miles or so west of there. We're going to go toward Boise. Be making a delivery today to basically the Coca-Cola distributor in Meridian. It'll be my first time visiting this place, I believe. I think I've only once ever done anything in Meridian, and that was with Cedar, England, like 9 years ago. And I don't even think it was Coca-Cola. I might have been an XPO Conway loader or something. I'm not even sure. Honestly, don't know what it was I did over there. I don't think it was Coca-Cola though. So new experience. So yeah, it's the reason I'm gonna vlog it. Alright. Okay, so turns out, now I ended up stopping here because this is a load of Coca-Cola product. I don't even remember. All I care is like beverages, basically. I don't really care what's on the BOL too much. It's Coca-Cola. What else can it be? Alright, so I picked it up at the Coca-Cola facility in American Canyon, California, over by Napa. And we're going to go deliver it this morning, and then I have another pickup that I got to hurry up and get moving to as soon as I'm empty. Talk about that one a little bit later. Alright, we're going to take I-84 across to exit 44. 8 miles west of where that TA in Boise that I talked about at the airport in Boise. What else? Okay, so I got here into the area yesterday afternoon. There's an airport right there too. See all these taxiway lights. So the blue lights over here, those are all taxiways. White light or white or amber kind of looking lights are the runway lights. Those of you guys who don't know. Alright, what else was I gonna mention here? Anyway, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get off at exit 44, and then it'll be right on the south side of the interstate, just east of exit 44. Alright, so I was there. So the route I came up was I-80 across to Winnemucca, Nevada. Then I took US 95 up, all the way up here into the Nampa area, which is about where we're at right now. And I ended up deciding to stop there because I have a cousin, well, actually cousins. Basically, a first cousin lives here in Nampa, and all of her kids also live here in town, in the area. So I got a chance to hang out with all of them. Yeah, I got a lot of decent amount of history with them. Oh, yeah, long history, I guess. I don't know. God, that sounds so dramatic, or there's something wrong. No. Always been good. Always been a good connection with us all. They just, most of the time they've lived out of the area, away from, well, they have some time living in California as well, but now I think when I was a kid, my cousin Christy, she lived in the Salt Lake City area. But there was a point in time where they were all living down in Southern Cal, like in Victorville or wherever else, and now and then they ended up back up this way. I don't even remember how. But yeah, it was good hanging out with them. I ended up having some chicken fettuccine Alfredo at one of her daughter's houses. And we got to watch the Dodger game. Yeah, too bad they lost. Alright, anyway, that's enough of that kind of stuff. You guys know where we're going to now, so we're 11 miles away from our exits. Let's go ahead and talk something about something else. Murder-suicide, I think is what I'm going to talk about today. I'll just say there was a murder-suicide that happened in my general area recently. I'm going to refrain from giving too many details because for particular reasons. But I'll just say that it was a father who killed his son and then killed himself afterward. Alright, now I kind of have a little bit of inside knowledge, but not a lot to work with. But just enough to let's have a talking point. Now, you would naturally think that what kind of monster would kill their own flesh and blood like that? I generally agree with you. However, there are always many layers to that onion, and that's something that you should always consider. And so I kind of wonder, well, actually, this topic even, I came up with this other idea too about, because, well, let me tell you the story here, I guess. So my understanding, which I could be totally off, but my understanding is the dad was in some kind of a custody dispute over that same son. And now, because when I first heard about that, my natural belief was to wonder a few different things here. One, what kind of intoxicants were involved and how much? Two, was the son a direct contributor to his own demise, like maybe his own behaviors or something, and dad got tired of it or whatever? Three, does dad have mental health issues, regardless of whether any kind of intoxicants are involved? Or four, was mom being spiteful and vindictive and messing with his livelihood, if you will? I don't know. What am I seeing up here? I thought I was seeing something in the road up here, but no. Okay. That last part, I'm only going to say this, but now I'm not going to make assumptions that this is the case, because I did hear some stuff about the dad during his living time that was not very flattering of him, I'll put it that way. And so there is that. Like, how much toxicity was there in that marriage or relationship? I don't even know what it was. Shut up! You don't even know what you're doing there. But there are questions in my head. The objective and intelligent person that I am, I want to know more of the details. I'm not going to sit there and judge the guy. It is pretty fucked up a thing to do, but I also know that one thing is you never mess with a man's livelihood. The way so the minute you mess with somebody's livelihood, all bets are off on how they're going to respond. On the mom side, you mess with a mom's livelihood and her sense of security. Especially if she's like a homemaker, if you will, or a housewife, or a live-in girlfriend, or whatever. And then she has to choose between living on the streets or maybe going back to mom or dad, or if they even have one. There are a lot of questions there. How are they going to respond? You can be totally, perfectly sane, have no mental health issues at all, and then you get put into one of these weird situations where now you're emotionally being affected by whatever it is. Sense of security. Now, there was a point in time where my ex-wife had a boss who she didn't like. She couldn't stand her. And when my wife ended up giving birth to one of our kids, alright, so I was remembering, because we were both federal employees, and we could do advance leave, basically where you borrow leave that you haven't earned yet, because it's a career position for that, or people can also donate leave. And her boss didn't say anything about how she was exhausting her leave, and hey, you need to do something, either get people to donate, or didn't even offer to do just put her in for like a request in for her to get advance leave. She just put her in leave without pay status, which I thought was fucked up. And that affects my livelihood too, and I wasn't happy about that. So I remember I went up to the boss, because they worked in the same office that I worked in practically. And I asked her, I was trying to ask her just politely, hey, maybe you can, if you have something like that come up, can you at least let me know so we can take other, do what we can to deal with this so our pay isn't affected. And she said, I don't have to do shit. Basically, basically it was kind of a pull to it's not my problem thing. I'm like, it is your problem now, because now you're fucking with my livelihood, and I was about this close to beating the shit out of her. I don't care if she's a woman or not. Like I said, you fuck with my life, you're probably not gonna like the result. And I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna sit there and tell you I'm the most sane guy in the world, but I am sane, and I'm not stupid. I'm not interested in going to prison, and I know I'm not stupid enough to think that I can get away with whatever that I might even have thought of even doing. Well, yeah, there was a part of me wanted to beat the shit out of her, saying next time you fuck with someone's life, you might want to remember that yours is going to get fucked with back. And that's how much how easily you can anger somebody when you fuck with their life. So, and I know there are a lot of women out there, and we'll just say in the heterosexual relationships and marriages, whatever, the women tend to do a lot of passive-aggressive stuff. And how do I know this? Because I got a misdemeanor record, and well, it's been expunged, but I had to go through classes, anger management stuff, and that's one of the things I actually learned in those classes too. Is that Yeah, especially like, no, this wasn't I wasn't a wife beater type of situation, right? I don't want you guys getting that weird impression of me. Never in my life have I put my hands on a woman. I never will. But I do have the belief that if you're man enough to hit me, you're man enough to get hit by me. So there's that. Anyway, I'm going to say that the instructor in the class did talk about how a lot of these battered wives, if you will, are not so innocent. A lot of them do, because you have like this anger scale, 0 to 10, whatever, and a lot of times the women don't, they'll push and push and push. They won't shut up. They don't know the limit, and they don't recognize the signs that you're pissing somebody off and pushing them to that upper limit. And everybody on the planet can be pushed past their limit. Maybe your limit is 7. Maybe your limit is 8. Whatever it is, don't cross that line. Once you cross that line, you never know what you're going to get. And that's my thought here. My channel is overwhelmingly male, so I know a lot of you guys who are actually watching this are going to, yeah, you're right. Like, bitches don't know how to shut up. Like, well, yeah, in a lot of cases they don't. But there are a lot of guys out there who are abusive anyway. They just don't know how to control their tempers. So, like I say, there's a lot to that. Well, how much did the mom actually contribute to that situation? I know women, I know, yeah, well, what if she was raped or whatever? You're going to say that she did something? Yeah, well, if you do, anyway, take personal responsibility for what you do to contribute to the situation, regardless of who is at fault. And then if you want to have a true survival or protective instinct, don't do the things that are going to put you at higher risk. Bible, they talk. There's a lot of stuff in the Bible that talks about alcohol, like being drunk. They don't really say that. Don't drink alcohol at all. It says if you do, drink it in moderation, because drunkenness brings debauchery. And okay, well that's absolutely true. I know of so many cases where somebody did something bad specifically because they were drunk or on drugs. 9/11 terrorism attack. Those guys were all partying at a titty bar before their flights and probably getting drunk, and ended up getting on their flights and ended up doing what they did. I know of plenty of other like even mass shootings and stuff where the guilty party was under the influence. Would they have done the same thing had they been sober? Or did liquid courage create that situation? Now, at the same time, like, how many times have women been raped, or even men been not getting the shit beat out of them, or robbed, or even killed, or whatever, or killed someone else in a car accident because they're being drunk? So, no, I'm not okay. Like, I don't like to get drunk. I don't even see what's so cool about it, to be honest. I'm guessing we're gonna turn where that light is at, or actually where that truck just turned. Okay, right after the light, yeah. Right where that truck just came out of is where we're gonna turn. That is a Coca-Cola truck. Alright, I do see a few trucks here. Okay, looks like everyone's parking along the curb over here. That guy's already got his doors open. So what exactly is he doing? Let me figure out where he's going first. He might be trying to back in over here. I don't know. So, oh, what is he doing? Oh, okay, that's a Hirschbach. Alright, so it looks like there's plenty of room to set up a backing gear. Lots of room. Pretty, if I'm not parked here, it's an easy straight back setup. He might even still be able to do a straight back, even with me here. Alright, let me go ahead and get checked in here. We'll get docked in and continue. Alright guys, we're checked in right now, but we're going to go ahead and stage first. Once I figure out what this Coca-Cola truck's doing. Because he wants me to go park by where there's a set of pallets over there pretty close to where that Coca-Cola truck's at right now. Let me go ahead and get turned around. Let me go ahead and get turned around. Yeah, because I see those pallets on my camera right there. Basically, what's going to happen is the other Hirschbach there is 3 o'clock. I'm the 4 o'clock, and when he gets done with the other Hirschbach, basically he's going to have me. He's going to come out and check my seal, and then I'll dock in when the other Hirschbach leaves. Is basically what it sounds like is going to happen. But yeah, he wants me over here next to these pallets, because where I was parked right already is the fire lane. Alright guys, we're ready to dock in now. It is 3:56. Need to slide our tandems back first. Alright. Yeah, unloader already broke the seal. I've got my doors open, so we'll just try to slide right in. We're going to dock into door 5, which should be this. Should be. Who's honking? Should be the same one that the other Hirschbach just pulled out of. I can't see around these pallets, so, and I can't maneuver until I'm around them. I need to get my tandems working down there a little more, but alright, there we go. I'll just leave it like that until I figure out where 5 is. I don't know which one is 5. Okay, it looks like 5 might be the one that's right next to this Coca-Cola truck. Yeah. That is the case. I'm going to overshoot what the drive's a little bit though. Alright, tandems are right where I want them. I knew I was going to overshoot with the drives before I even got there. So yeah, just real quick little adjustment right there, and we're boom, right there. Pretty quick and easy back in here then. Alright, there we go. Look like I got some wheel chock. He's also going to install a red glad hand seal on there, so you're going to have to pull your red glad hand line while you're at it. Alright guys, we are checked, we're done unloading here. It's 4:38, so pretty quick unloading process here. Go ahead. Get my tandem slid first though. Alright, we figured out if this guy is leaving or docking. I think he's leaving. Alright, so good positive experience overall here. Like I said, pretty quick process here. And some of the Google reviews suggested it might take a bit, but seems pretty quick to me. I mean, I'm out of here less than an hour, not even 45 minutes after my appointment time. That's doing pretty good. Doing really good actually. So yeah, definitely no complaints. Had no issue with the guy I checked in with, who also was the one who unloaded me and stuff. And alright, we're gonna go from here. I can't remember if I mentioned it on here, but I know I mentioned it on my TikTok. After this, shut up, stupid thing. So from here, I'm going to be going to Sugar City to pick up a reload. Sugar City is on the, well, I would say it's a bit northeast of Idaho Falls, but I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, where the hell is Idaho Falls at? The easiest way to describe it would be where, if you go where I-86 and I-15 meet up in the Pocatello area, go north about half an hour, there's Idaho Falls. And then you go northeast, whatever, on US 20 or 26, whatever that highway is there. Probably another, perhaps half, I don't even know, but probably, maybe not half an hour, but not far from it. That's where Sugar City is. So that's where we'll be going to next. I do anticipate vlogging it. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys then. All right. Hope you guys got something out of this. You may, maybe you probably disagree with me at some, at least some of you. So, but on what I talked about earlier. But so be it. My views are my views. I know it's nobody's necessarily ever gonna agree with 100% everything. So, all right, that's all I got. I'm gonna get on I-84 eastbound. I'm gonna go stop in Twin Falls along the way, which is about a 2-hour drive from here. So I can wash out my trailer. It's at the Flying J truck stop over there, so convenient. I should be able to get fuel and wash out there at the same time, and then I'll make my way over to Sugar City. Alright, otherwise, we'll see you guys on the next one. You all have a great day. I'll see you next time.